Calling to order the regular meeting of the Wheeling Plant Commission for Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. Please stand for the pledge. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Commissioner Riles.
Here.
Commissioner Smart.
Here.
Commissioner Heiken.
Here.
Commissioner Sprague is here. Commissioner Carl.
Here.
Commissioner Meyer is absent with previous notice. Chairman Johnson.
Here. Mrs. Nyes, any changes to the agenda this evening?
No changes.
And I don't believe we had anybody sign up for citizens' concerns and comments.
No.
And we have no consent items, so we'll get right into the items for review with docket number PSU 25-0025, request for special use approval to permit a recreation and instruction facility. Mr. Secretary.
Otaman Supreme Company, 638 Wheeling Road, Wheeling, Illinois. Leasee is seeking special use approval pursuant to Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, Chapter 19.10. Use regulations and associated sections in order to permit a recreation and instruction facility, boxing and fitness training facility located at 638 Wheeling Road, which is zoned I2 Limited Industrial. A special use is defined in the zoning code as a use of parcel of land that requires review and consideration before approval due to the potential for negative impacts on the surrounding properties. In order to be considered for a special use, the petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at a public hearing that the request meets the standards of the village code, including but not limited to how the proposed use will not damage the enjoyment or use of the surrounding properties. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that their requests meets the standards for special use as established in Title 19. The Commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record with a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony and supporting materials submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the village board.
Thank you. Ms. Nyes, anything on this before we get the petitioner?
This is a standard request for recreation and instruction facility. There's nothing special about it. I can go ahead and just read the conditions. Number one is that a minimum of one employee shall be on site at all times during the facility's hours of operation. Number two, the facility shall be used exclusively for boxing and fitness training and classes. No unrelated activities, parties, or events shall be permitted. Number three, all activities shall be conducted entirely within the indoor facility. And number four, a wheeling sign permit shall be required prior to the installation of any exterior signage at the subject property, subject to the requirements of Title 21 signs.
Thank you. Is the petitioner here? Come on up to the podium. Being a public hearing, I have to swear you in, so raise your right hand, your other right hand.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
And you swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Thank you. And state your name and business address.
My name is Yulia Mikhailuk, and our boxing club, Otaman Club, and the business address is 638 South Wheeling Road, Wheeling, Illinois.
Thank you. Tell us about your project.
Good evening to all members of Commission. Thank you so much for your time to see our request for a special use permit and also for your time to be present here tonight. I'm going to tell you some things about what we are actually planning to do. So we are planning to operate some community-focused boxing and fitness clubs that offers boxing classes, kickboxing, box fit, and also MMA conditioning. Our goals is to create like a safe, control, family-friendly environment for both like adults and kids. Also, we would like to be responsible and community-oriented business that can be valued for the city, for the village of the Wheeling. Hours of operation will be reasonable, so basically we will have mostly evenings and evenings operational hours because the people are working during the day, and also we won't have any late night activities. Also, class size will be small because we are orienting not only on the quantity, we are oriental mostly on the safety and also for the quality, because we actually want to create the place who will honestly burn the champions and will character formed. Also, we are very mindful about the noises. We are not planning to use like very loud music. We don't have heavy weights dropping. About the safety, we will have security cameras, also liability waivers, and the very strict rules to all members who will join our club. Regarding the parking, we have more than enough space for the quantity of the people who gonna join our classes, and I'm pretty sure that we won't cause any conflicts for the neighboring businesses. Also, I hope that our boxing club will be like a positive for the city of for the village of the Wheeling. I'm sorry. We will focus on the discipline, fitness, health, lifestyle, and youth development, and we will be fully compliant with the all requirement with which village of the Wheeling will request regarding the codes and the requirements and also recommendation from you guys. So we respectfully request from all of you to give us the special use permit to start our business and to burn new champions of the boxing in the United States. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. We'll see if the commission has any questions. We'll start with Commissioner Riles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. Thank you. I'm good.
Thank you.
How are
Thank you for sharing the information. I'm curious, one, about the class size. Can you give us a ratio of trainer to?
Of course. We have actually trainers who has, the trainers will be all the time present, and the people will be all the time under the watch. That's the first thing. All our trainers, they have their I'm sorry.
It's okay.
They have their certificate, which is, I can show it to you if you need them. They are all certified. So basically, those trainers, they are not just a regular trainers. All of them were boxing before. So they know how the things are going, how to keep everything like in a safe way. And also, I don't think that the classes will be more than 12 people, because they want to focus on each of the child or adult who really want to start to do boxing and who want to grow, who want to be the champion, who has major dreams, to be the special champions in this sports.
Sure. And what's the age range?
Actually, we are starting from 8 years old and going up.
Okay. And you're also gonna have both girls and boys?
Yes, and also we have a box fit classes, which is actually mostly for the women and the girls who can join us, and it's just it's not more for the safety, it's just more for physical training, for the discipline and for the doing something new than just a regular fitness.
And are the classes or the training sessions like 1 hour blocks or?
Yes, it will be mostly 1 hour and 30 minutes because when you are starting, you need around 30 minutes just to have regular stretching and everything, just not to have it too damaged for your muscles or something like that. You have to warm up a little bit, and then approximately 45 minutes. That will be like a regular class with all explanation regarding what they are doing, how they are doing, and what they need to do, you know. And probably the last couple minutes, this will be like just a conclusion of everything, and maybe some like stretching after the class.
Will there be any, and I appreciate your time, will there be any kind of like sparring sessions as
No, that's mostly like the sparrings won't be like we are not planning to do like any matches or fighting nights or something like that. That won't be. We are just having like a regular class, and if we would like let's say we are just starting the business, but in the future if we will plan to do something bigger, of course we're gonna come to you first, and then we're gonna ask you for the for the procedure how to become the club where we can do the fight night or something like that. But it's not a plan as of today, and also for as of now we are just trying to open the business for the classes where we will teach people how to do boxing.
it's basically technique and
Yes,
fundamentals?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the fighting nights or something like that.
Great. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Commissioner Smart.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the synopsis. That was very helpful. I just had one other question. Have you done this before, or is this your first go-around?
As for me personally, because this boxing club opening my husband, he was a boxer before back in Ukraine. We are actually originally from Ukraine, and he was a boxer in Ukraine. But those people who are gonna be the trainers, they actually was the trainers in different facilities here in Illinois. They knows how the business going. They knows how to do these things. So basically, we know them for a lot of the years, you know, and also the plus that they have already a certificate that they can train the people here in United States, and also they are like doing this boxes things in their like school years.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yeah, I have no questions other than thank you for coming to Wing.
Thank you so much.
It's important that you provide the youth with somewhere to go and something constructive to do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
That's all I have.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I agree with Commissioner Heiken. I think this is a great addition to the village, and I thank you for considering us.
Thank you
That's
so
all I
much.
have.
Commissioner Carl.
I have no questions. You did a great job explaining everything and pretty much answered all the questions I might have had, so thank you.
so much. I appreciate that.
And I just had one question related to the layout that's up on the screen. There's no door on the men's changing room. I'm assuming that was just a mistake?
No, it's just a mistake. It's they has the same doors that the woman changing room has. Sorry about that.
Just want to clarify. Okay, I had no further comments.
Will be fun, you know.
Marcy already gave us the conditions. Any other questions from the group? Then I would entertain a motion.
Second.
Smart, Heiken. Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, so you will then go to the village board meeting on December 15th. It'll be here, 6:30, but I'll send you an email tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And if you love boxing, I really want to see you in our club. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you for your time.
Good luck.
Okay, good luck.
All right, now I need a motion to close PSU 250025.
So moved.
Second.
Carl Heiken. Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Chairman Johnson.
Yes. All right, moving on to docket PSU 25-0019, request for special use and minor site plan approval to permit a recreation and instruction facility. Mr. Secretary.
One more game, Pickleball and Badminton Club LLC, 800 Widener Road, Unit 505, Buffalo Grove, Illinois. Lisi is seeking special use and minor site plan approval pursuant to Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, Chapter 19.10, use regulations and associated sections, in order to permit a recreation and instruction facility located at 851 Seton Court, which is zoned I-2 Limited Industrial. A special use as defined in the zoning code is the use of parcel of land that requires review and consideration before approval due to the potential for negative impacts on surrounding properties. In order to be considered for a special use, the petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at a public hearing that the request meets the standards of the village code, including but not limited to how the proposed use will not damage the enjoyment or use of the surrounding properties. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that their requests meets the standards for special use as established in Title 19. The commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record without a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony and supporting materials submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the village board.
Thank you. Ms. Nyes?
Thank you. So we have another recreation and instruction facility proposal. So this one's for a pickleball facility. So if you could look at the screen here, here's the building. And so you would approach the building from Seton Court here on the west. And most of the businesses will enter from the west side of the building. In order to get to this new business, you'll come down along the south side of the building. And they were proposing some new parking along the southeast part of the building. It was, that's what you saw on the site plan, which I will just jump to really quick, and then I'll jump back. So this, if you look at the north arrow, it's pointing to the left, so you gotta just tilt your head a little bit. And so this is that drive. They were proposing some parallel parking spaces. So as you can see, parking spaces were put in, and they were not put in as parallel parking spaces. And actually, how they're put in do not meet code. So that's where one of the conditions comes in. I just wanted to explain that first. And then, so here's the entrance to this is that south side of the building on the east side, so the southeast side, and this is the door that you would enter. So there were a couple things that staff wanted the Plan Commission to consider. The first thing is that the parking requirement, and we've kind of outlined it here. So the minimum parking requirement would be 13 parking spaces based on how many courts they have. There's a part of the code that allows, when a new business is coming into an existing facility, they need to demonstrate a good faith effort to comply with the zoning code, but in such cases, the Plan Commission has the discretion to grant an exception for additional parking when appropriate. So we've asked the Plan Commission to consider that due to the site constraints, there's not many places to put parking on this site, that an exception is appropriate to reduce the required parking from 13 spaces to the 9 spaces that were shown on this site plan. Now, what they've put in, I believe, is more, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is probably a little bit more than 9 spaces, but they're not to code. I don't believe it meets the drive aisle width, and the size of the stalls are too small. So that will have to be fixed. So that's the first thing you guys will have to discuss. And then the second thing is they are proposing tournaments, and staff has in one of the conditions included what we typically include for these recreation and instruction facilities, that they're exclusively used for this main purpose and that no other events are permitted. And we've proposed that tournaments shall not be, no unrelated activities, parties, events, or tournaments shall be permitted. So, but we want the Plan Commission to make that call whether tournaments are appropriate for this location, given the existing parking limitations and the intensity of such use associated with these events. So if you only have 9 parking spaces, we just weren't sure if that's enough to allow for a tournament, especially, and I don't have a zoomed out aerial, but if it's in a industrial area where, the only other option is to park in other industrial properties or along Seton, I don't think you can park on Seton Court. So I can read the conditions now or after. There's 9 proposed conditions.
Yeah, go ahead and read them now.
Okay. So number 1, a business license application must be submitted to the Community Development Department prior to any village board action. That's actually been completed. Number 2, a minimum of 1 employee shall be on site at all times during the facility's hours of operation. Number 3, the facility shall be used exclusively for pickleball and badminton training. No unrelated activities, parties, events, or tournaments shall be permitted. Number 4, all employees and customers shall utilize only the designated parking areas shown on the site plan prepared by E4L Engineering LLC dated 10/6/2025. Number 5, all activities shall be conducted entirely within the indoor facility. Number 6, the striping for all parking spaces and pavement markings shall be installed in full compliance with the dimensions and layout shown on the site plan prepared by E4L Engineering LLC dated 10/6/2025. Because the striping previously completed does not match the approved plan, all non-compliant stalls and markings shall be corrected and restriped accordingly within 60 days of village board approval of the special use. Yep. We'll probably have to change those days to later because nothing's going to happen in 60 days. Number 7, no outdoor storage of equipment, materials, or refuse shall be permitted. All equipment and materials associated with the operation shall be stored indoors at all times. Number 8, all refuse and recycling shall be stored within the designated indoor refuse area as shown on the floor plan prepared by E4L Engineering LLC dated 9/20/2025. Just a side note that that's per the petitioner, that instead of having a trash enclosure, that they've decided that they will keep everything, their refuse inside. And I believe that's up here where my cursor is, up on the top left. And the last condition, number 9, a wheeling sign permit shall be required prior to the installation of any exterior signage at the subject property, subject to the requirements of Title 21 signs.
Marcy, in that overhead shot, what are those vehicles?
Yeah,
Where are they parked?
Yes, that's actually on the Reynolds property. So this petitioner is not the property owner. So that the code enforcement is working with the property owner on that issue, I believe.
So that is part of Reynolds over there?
That is Reynolds, yeah, that's Reynolds. Because you can see on the right side here, there's the Reynolds parking lot. And this is their whole property with the pond.
Yeah, okay.
And yes, those vehicles are on the Reynolds property. And so is some of the parking.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah.
Petitioner here, come on down. Raise your right hand.
Okay, hopefully this works.
Nope.
Hold on.
All right. You swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
Yes.
And your name and business address, please.
My name is Peter Sidorchuk, and the business address currently is 800 Widener Road, Unit 505, Buffalo Grove, Illinois.
Okay, tell us about your project.
All right, where do we start? So, we're looking to open a pickleball facility, as we talked at 851 Seton Court. It will have, we actually changed it to 3 courts instead of 4, so that was a small adjustment. As I went in there more and more for the inspections and everything else, the layout for 4 was just not fitting, so we are gonna go with 3, which should alleviate a lot of the parking lot or parking space requirements. I think we are now down to 9 based on 3 instead of 4, but we can discuss that a little bit later. So it will be a indoor pickleball facility. We'll have 3 indoor courts. We will do court reserve or court rentals for the most part, with leagues as well as lessons that I will be providing, and an open play at other hours depending on, on the availability. It will be open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. With, as discussed, at least one person on site for the employees at all times. Tournament-wise, I know we kind of discussed that. Just to clarify that, I don't know if probably this might not be the best time, but I can answer questions later. But the tournaments would be more or less just round robins, where it would just be 12 people. It will not be like, we're not talking about tournaments, isn't like I'm gonna get 40 or 60 people in, right? It's gonna be more like there's 3 courts, we're gonna have 12 people. And if we do have different divisions, they'll start at different times, so there won't be many overlap, so that the parking won't be an issue. I believe I'm gonna just stop there, and I'm sure you guys have lots of questions with all the stipulations that we've had so far.
Okay. Let's start the other end with Commissioner Carl.
All right, we'll go right, left.
Hi, how are you doing?
How's it going?
I guess my question was going to be around those tournaments, which you did somewhat answer, because I know that's going to be a factor in our decision here. So you're saying that it will not be like some grando assembly of people that will all come? There won't be like spectators or anything like that, or would there?
Yes, so it will just be within 12 people. For the most part, the ones we've run, because we've run some outside at outdoor courts before, spectators don't typically show up. It's just more players coming in. This isn't a big tournament where, again, we're talking about like, the professional association tournaments. And to clarify on that as well, not only is it going to be limited to about 12 people, just so we can fill the courts, we also will be during weekends, which hopefully, it's discussed with the owner of the property. We do have like 13 or 15 spots in the front of the building as well. And I don't know if that counts towards us or not, but obviously off business hours, they're all, regular business is 9 to 5 and they don't work on weekends. So there could be potential overflow over there, but no, to answer your question, maybe some spectators. However, we can always be like, hey, no spectators.
Yeah, you just answered my second question, though, which was going to be the surrounding businesses if they worked weekends as well. And these tournaments, I assume, would be weekends, you said, right? So.
Correct. There will be weekends, potentially, evenings, maybe I'll do a quick little one, but that's more of a league than anything than the tournament, like that's just.
But you could work with the surrounding businesses to make sure you have ample parking.
Yes, I would love to work with the surrounding ones, but again, the building, as you saw, the front of the building, there's tons of spots in front. I think I counted 13 and maybe more. It's snow out, so I didn't see all the lines, but the owner, I discussed with him, so, no issues using that if they're empty. And those businesses, I think it's an engineering firm, construction, and somebody else, so they don't really work on weekends. Sorry, I keep talking that way because you asked the question, but hopefully you guys can all hear me. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to work with those guys as well, so.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening.
How's it going?
Good. So to piggyback on that, you're saying that the owner is okay with you using spaces in the front there if they're available?
Correct.
So that would help with your shortage of spots?
Correct. And just so as a background for pickleball, because I've played every place, like there's places everywhere, obviously, I'm sure you guys are aware of pickleball. If you're not, then welcome to Earth, I guess, because it's been exploding. For the most part, the hours operations, or at least when players are coming in, it's usually like 5 a.m. to like 8 before work, and then usually, a little bit less to 11, and then around after 11 to like 4:30, it's pretty much calm because everybody's at work. So then it starts back up again around 5 o'clock. So it kind of fits within the hours of the other businesses running. So there's not as much crossover in that as well.
Okay, and then the other thing I was curious about it, with these round robin tournaments that you would have, are most of the participants from your instruction facility? Or people that you teach?
No, so this for the tournaments or for anybody coming in renting or any of that stuff like
It's
that's
open
just
to anyone
pretty much
that
anybody.
would want to, what do they sign up for it? Or?
Yeah, so the way we're going to try to structure this whole thing is there will be a membership for a year, like a yearly membership of a few $100, And if you get the membership, you get a little discount on reserving and, and paying for the leagues and open play and core reserves. But you can also not get the membership and just pay a little extra. So like you could come in if you're out of town, hey, I play pickleball in Utah, I'm coming in here, there's a club, you can just come in and pay. So it's really anybody.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm still a little concerned with parking overflow. So you've got approval from your landlord that you can use those spots as long as they're open, or is that a?
He's the realtor for the owner?
Hold on, if you're going to make a statement, you need to come up and be sworn in. Okay.
Okay.
So-
So yes, that is correct. If we need a written statement, I will more than happy to do that.
That's fine. So you're going to have 3 courts, potentially 12 people at one time in there. What's the
Correct.
building, what's the capacity of the building?
Ooh, that is a good question. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what the actual capacity of our unit is.
I would assume it's more than 12.
I sure hope so. It's 10,000 square feet, so my assumption is more than that.
However, when you have open play, you're going to have time slots 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
Correct.
At 1 o'clock, when everybody's done, you're going to have more than 12 people in there,
Correct. Yes, there will be a crossover, obviously, with, yes, so.
which is where parking comes into play as well.
Correct. So yes, the answer is, there will be some crossover as people come in and people leave. Again, with parking, I guess the requirements, obviously, like the village, hopefully the requirements should be met. But obviously, we're not gonna have 12 spots. I mean, there's only 9, like, if you look at, for 3 courts and for 12 people divided, whatever the math was, we're not gonna have obviously enough for like 24 people, obviously.
Okay, so are you going to have locker rooms for changing, or
No.
drop your stuff, play, take your stuff, go
Yes.
home?
Correct. That's why we kind of cut down to 3 courts from 4, is because it will give us an extra area just to be able to, to drop off your stuff.
And what's going to be separating the courts, nets or fences?
That is to be determined. It's possibly hanging nets, although I'm not a huge fan of those because they kind of get in the way. Will most likely be dividers that are kind of like lower, like almost like ping pong dividers.
Okay, and then, I haven't been over this since the snowstorm, but where does snow go when they plowed that? Is that taking away any of your parking spots?
I'm trying to imagine where they were. That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure which way to
Okay.
reply. I'd have to look. I was there this morning, but I did not actually
That's fine.
mentally take a picture of where the snow was piled on.
Totally
I know the front of the building was, sorry, that this mic is very sensitive. I know the front of the building had some snow piled around the island, like around that curb over there, but I don't know what they did in the back. But obviously, with the way we're structuring, with this parking space being parallel,
All things that probably should be ironed out before you're ready to open.
100%. Keep things just coming up. The winter, yeah.
That's all I have,
Oh,
thank you.
for sure. Thank you.
Commissioner Smart.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for being here tonight.
My pleasure.
Same thing, parking. Can you talk, I'm not going to rehash everything all the commissioners said, but can you talk to me a little bit more about how you're going to accommodate parking with your round robins? I understand what Commissioner Heiken said, how you're going to have double the people there, the 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock slot. The tournaments are a little more concerning to me.
Okay, so assuming we're okay with, again, using the front of the building, because we'll have 9 of our own spots. So we'll just basically need 3 extra ones from the front. So, if it would just 12 basically be 12 people. So the 9 plus the 3 from the front. Again, all these tournaments or all the round robins are going to be, again, off hours on the weekends. We're not going to run anything crazy during the actual nighttime, or sorry, during the work week.
So does this plan kind of assume, sort of, that you need to use other businesses' parking spots at different times?
I mean, not, I mean, if the requirements are to have a single car for every single person, then yes, we would need to use that. Assuming that's what we're going for. If we're just going for the requirements, obviously with the parking numbers based on the village, code, then obviously 9 would be enough. But no, if we're talking about having a single car for every parking spot, then yes. Now, we can, if that's an issue, we can scratch the round robins, not a problem.
So you are open to losing the tournaments if necessary?
100%, yeah, of course. If that, yeah, we're not, it's just, that's just something we,
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
of course.
Commissioner Riles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Have them come up and get sworn in.
I guess you can come up here and sworn in.
Right hand. You swear a testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
I do.
And name and business address.
My name is Ron Roberti with Resource Commercial Advisors. I'm the listing broker for 851 Seton Court.
Okay?
Just for some clarification on the parking, so I've had this listing for probably about 9 months. There at least twice a month. The owner of the building takes the second floor in the front part of the building, where you're seeing the, all the way on what, from my view, would be the east side. Never more than 3 people in that office. The owner, his nephew, and then I apologize, and on and off 2 admin people. The other business is a towing business, and they occupy only typically a couple of parking spaces for their team. And then we do have 2 new tenant who occupies several spaces as well. I believe, I haven't been out there since they've striped, put the new striping in, which I know has to be adjusted, weather permitting. But I believe there's 27 parking spaces total. I think it's 1 per 1,000. It's a 27,000 square foot building.
Anything on that?
I am not aware of, are you saying there's 27 with the spaces that were just striped?
I have not been out there since they've striped, but I have physically counted potentially 27. All the old, a lot of the old striping was worn, so it was more of a visual inspection
Right.
and what was there, but I believe that there was right around 27 parking spaces.
Right.
But I haven't been out there since.
Yeah, and I guess and maybe Jim can weigh in on this, but the issue is that the exception, you'd be granting an exception for them to reduce the required parking spaces. So it's not for them to be able to use other people's parking spaces. It's for them to be able to have less than the required parking. Because yes, there are other businesses out there. They have to have their required parking for the other businesses as well. I understand it's off hours. But again, the exception is not for them to use other people's parking spaces. It's mainly, so this is a case where, we only have like 3 people working in the business and it's a 10,000 square foot building and we don't really need 10 spaces. Like that's how I think about that, that's how you think about that exception. So you don't think about it as, the exception is to use someone else's parking. The exception is to reduce the requirement. Does that make sense?
I agree with that interpretation. As far as using other spaces in the building, other people's parking, we could add a condition that a written agreement be presented with the landlord to allow for that use. That may be a condition that the commission considers adding if you, when you get to a vote on this. But I agree with your interpretation of that
And
exception.
the landlord would be in favor of that.
Yeah.
Right, we just have to make sure that based on the spaces because are there any other vacant spaces in the building?
There are currently not.
Okay, so we just have to make sure that there are enough spaces. And right now, the spaces that are striped are too small. So we have to make sure there's enough spaces to accommodate everyone. I agree that, yes, spaces can be used at the off hours, but then I think we need to limit the tournaments to only be during off hours. So,
Easy enough.
Okay.
I like that compromise where if the tournaments are then off out, that's fine.
because, and if you wanted to try and use other people's property, then, yeah, we would need to table this and you would need to get an agreement with those property owners and then come back.
Gotcha. No, so yeah, if anything, we're using the spots of the same property, just
Yeah.
not our unit, but yeah.
Commissioner Riles?
Yeah, that was pretty much what I was looking for, but also notifying the players of where they can park during the off hours.
Of course, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get, flyers and everything out, make sure that everybody, whoever's signing up or anybody comes over, make sure that we're diligently checking, making sure they're not parking in somebody else's
Sure.
spot.
Right, because
Exactly.
you don't want them parking, if you look in here, the property, you don't want them parking on the right side where where the building is on the right side. Like, there's no parking, that's not parking spaces.
Correct, yes.
So
that is- and that's the
if there's
property
not
of the
enough
other
parking
building.
where it's available, that's where you're going to start seeing parking on the neighbor's property right there.
Understood,
I
yes.
feel.
And we make sure 100%, yeah, that's why we have somebody at the place all the time, that if, they'll jump out once in a while, look at it, make sure that nobody's parked in the wrong
Right.
spot.
Okay, so, I would say you need to get a parking expert out there to come up with a good striping plan. But that's not going to happen within 60 days of the board approval, because that would put it probably in the middle of February. So what's a good time frame? Like May 1st?
Oh, the striping has to be, we need a striping plan before they can open. I mean, if you're going to
Oh.
be talking about all these people, where are they going to park? Some of those spaces are 10 feet, not even 10 feet wide.
Okay. So they need to.
The parking has to be figured out before we can issue a business license.
Okay.
So I don't know how, I mean, I know you're not going to be able to stripe it and stuff, but we need to have it figured out.
So we need to add a condition that they supply the village with a parking plan for the entire site. If we are allowed to do that, Jim?
And a written agreement with.
Yeah, and a written agreement.
The landlord to allow for
Yeah,
use of parking.
because obviously, whatever spots they had up front are almost invisible now.
Right, and just remember, it's not just the property owners, it's not their purview just to say, hey, yeah, they can park there. Again, we have to make sure there's available parking for everybody. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
Right.
Would the better option be to continue the public hearing to allow this to be fleshed out a little bit more before we try to craft a condition for a motion to approve tonight? I mean, Marcia just mentioned tabling, which I would advise, if you're going to do that, we need a motion to continue to a specific date.
Okay. Well, let's take a quick poll. Commissioner Carl, you think they should come back with a parking plan before we go on?
I mean, I thought that they have a parking plan, they just didn't execute it appropriately. Am I interpreting that wrong?
Well, they have a parking plan, but with staff's conditions, it does not permit tournaments.
Okay.
And we're
So
asking
this is the
for a-
condition,
a
the
written
tournament would be tied into the approval?
What was it?
Like, in order to be able to host tournaments, that's tied to the approval of this? That's what I'm understanding?
Correct.
I mean, if we need to scratch the tournaments, I'm totally fine with that, if that will make the process faster. I prefer to open earlier than not do tournaments than do tournaments and open later.
Right, as the staff report is written, the parking plan just has to be fixed, and no tournaments are permitted, and then we can move forward as is. We just would need a restriping plan, or it would need to be corrected. We just need to have so many days, but it's not as big of an issue if there's no tournaments.
Let's just scratch the tournaments, then that just seems like a lot easier.
Then there's no discussion on the tournaments. And then the plan commission just has, well, if you're saying now there's only 3 courts as well,
Correct.
then with that, then they would not need the parking reduction either, because it's 1 space, let's see, 1 space per 3 clients, so so how many players would that be on 3 courts? 12, and then per employee, so 14, oh wait, so 12. So then you would only need 6 spots. So then there would not be this exception that's needed. So if you only had 3 courts and no tournaments, then we could move forward with the conditions as is, just fixing the number of days.
I'm fine with that,
And fixing the spots.
the striping.
Right, that they would need to
Gotcha.
fix the striping within,
Okay. And then if
I
you
don't know, when
want
does it get
to
nice out?
get into the tournament,
April 1st.
okay, so we can say, maybe we just say by,
if in the future you want to get into tournaments and things like that, then you would have to come back with a written agreement as far as the parking?
yeah, I would say a parking plan and, like I said, because like he was saying, the spaces were worn out. So maybe how it's been restriped, if maybe the spaces in the front meet code. Because I know the spaces in the back, the issue is like the drive aisle.
Right.
So that's why that,
Yeah, because there's no way around the building, you have to like.
yeah, and it has to be a certain width. So that's
course.
why you couldn't make the drive aisle there. You couldn't have the 90-degree spaces.
Correct.
So, but the spaces up front they might be sized accordingly. I'm not sure. The engineering department went out there, so I'm not sure which, I think they just looked at the spaces in the back. So like
Was the front restriped too?
I think that's.
Refreshed. They weren't restriped, they were just painted over again because they were
Oh.
just worn out.
Right, so those might be okay.
Correct, correct.
Yeah, so if we just had a plan and then something from the property owner.
So basically, start this way, no tournaments. Later on, if I need to, at least I'm still already in business, I can just do this and then
Yeah, then
take away the
come back.
condition of tournaments later
Come
on.
back
If I,
and- Yeah.
totally fine with that.
Okay.
Yep.
You'd have to seek an amendment of the special use.
You, right. But I mean, but it wouldn't change my business operations.
no, you just
It
need
just
to go
would
through
add
this
to it.
process.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And then we would just change this one condition that the non-compliant stalls and marking shall be corrected and restriped accordingly by May 1st, 2026.
Got it.
Because you're not going to be painting them in February.
Maybe.
Yeah, you never know.
Winter's been pretty mild recently, so crossing fingers.
Okay. So we're going with as presented, other than condition 6.
Correct.
As modified. Condition
Yep,
6 is
6 is
modified.
Any other questions from the group? That way?
I do have a question. So
Yeah.
checking in, reserving a court's going to be online or?
Yes, obviously you can call as well, but that, usually people don't do that. It will be an app or on, website or an app that you can just reserve the courts with.
Okay. That will give you a limit of 12 per hour? I'm good.
Yeah, you can't reserve more than that. It's only 3 courts, so.
If you're going to book more people to rotate, okay.
No. That's just before, it'll be limited to the number of players per court.
That's all I have. Sorry.
I'm sorry?
I had one question on your floor plan as well.
Yes, sir.
Can't see it on this.
I was
screen,
going to
so-
say, yeah, that's, sorry. That's
Okay, bathroom number 2 is only available through the waiting room, which is only available through the office.
Correct.
It seems rather strange.
Fair, but that is the case. So you have to go through the office and go into the bathroom there.
This is existing from the
Correct.
previous tenant? Okay.
And those 2 doors up there will be, there's a boiler room in there or a furnace up in the upper right.
Okay.
So those doors will be closed off, so, people don't lock, or should I say not closed off, but locked. So members wouldn't be able to go through, they'll have to go through the bottom left and around to the bathroom. But
Yeah,
the
when
other
they go
one-
through the business license, if that's not acceptable for whatever reason, then they'll have to fix it for this current use if that's not acceptable.
Could be a fire hazard, possibly.
I don't know. So, yeah, when they do the inspections for, have they done the inspections for the business license yet?
Yes, this morning.
No, this morning. So, I
No,
don't,
no, yeah, I didn't say anything about that besides few little things. No, that was not mentioned.
yeah, so.
Okay.
none.
All right, if there's no other questions, we have the modified condition. Motion.
So moved.
Second.
Sprague, Carl. Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Carl?
Yes.
Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
Commissioner Smart?
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Chairman Johnson?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll have to come back for the village board meeting on December 15th, and I'll send you an email tomorrow morning.
Perfect.
All right.
Good.
that's
Thank
it.
you very much. Thank you
Good luck
guys.
to
Have
you.
a great
Good
evening.
luck.
Drive safe.
And now we need a motion to close PSU 250019.
So moved.
Second.
Carl and Heiken. Commissioner Carl?
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Riles? Commissioner Smart?
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Chairman Johnson?
Yes. All right, now we've got a couple of special use requests for, let's see. We have a request, PSU 250015, request for special use approval to permit the operation of an entertainment establishment, and PSU 25-0026, a request for special use approval to permit the operation of an assembly hall, banquet facility, both for Red Bottle Restaurant. Go ahead.
Delta Kilo Incorporated, leasee, is seeking special use approval pursuant to Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, Chapter 19.10, use regulations and associated sections, in order to permit the operation of an entertainment establishment for a Red Bottle Restaurant and operation of an assembly hall for a Red Bottle Restaurant for property located at 401 East Dundee Road, which is Zone B3, General Commercial and Office. A special use is defined in the zoning code as a use of parcel of land that requires review and consideration before approval due to the potential for negative impacts on surrounding properties. In order to be considered for a special use, a petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at a public hearing that the request meets the standards of the village code, including but not limited to how the proposed use will not damage the enjoyment or use of the surrounding properties. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that the request meets the standards for a special use as established in Title 19. The commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record without a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony supporting material submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the village board.
Thank you. Ms. Nice, can you help us out explaining the difference between the various things they're
Yes.
asking for?
So the business is a restaurant. The base operations is a restaurant. And then because they want to have more than 10 events a year, that's the threshold. So whether it be like paid or coming in to pay to watch like a fight night or a comedy night, a comedian coming in or karaoke or things like that where there are these bigger events that are drawing in more than probably maybe the restaurant is drawing in, that becomes an entertainment establishment. So that's the first special use. And then they also want to be able to have, this is really small, but they have a small dining area that they can use as a banquet hall. So that's what is the assembly use is banquet hall is classified under that. I believe we did that for Finn McCool's as well, for them to be able to, you know, have party, you know, rent it out for parties and get-togethers, things like that. That's really all the assembly use is. Just takes it a little bit step beyond a restaurant. And then the third item is, here's where the outdoor dining, minor site plan is required for outdoor dining. Though one thing I wanted to point out is that when the submittal came in, they did show, oh, it's not on here. Uh-oh. I have completely failed. They did show that they were replacing these light posts, and they did have a detail which I have failed to include in here. But the petitioner has decided that they don't want to replace these outdoor lights, and you can see the bottom of the one here. I thought I had a picture with one in there. Oh, shoot. Well, oh yeah, you can
Yeah,
see
it's
it.
back there.
You can see it back there. Okay, so there were supposed to be 4 of those. So there is a condition in one of these stating that they have to put the lights in and they have to get a permit for it. But the petitioner would like to discuss not putting those in, and he's provided this image that he took recently. And see these little lights on the ground? That's supposed to represent like the little lights you'd put on an outdoor table. And this is just showing that there's a lot of lighting on the building and coming from the building and inside the building, that he believes that outdoor lights are not necessary. So he would like the Plan Commission to remove the requirement to replace these four outdoor lights that were out here. So you can talk about that. I think that's in with the site plan review.
Yes.
So you can talk about all 3 of them together, but we vote on them separately.
Okay. Petitioner? Right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
Yes.
And state your name and business address for the record.
Dmitry Khlebnikov, and the address is 401 East Dundee Road in Wheeling. And I would like to tell you a little bit about my project is going on. So my project will be as a full-service restaurant with some type of entertainment. We will have a great Italian menu with the hand-picked wine collection, which I did myself. It's really good. Also, we're gonna have a grapes for the breakfasts. It's gonna be on the weekends, so every Saturday, Sunday, you can enjoy breakfast with us. We already did that on the other location, and everybody loves them. However, we are here about the entertainment more because that's why we need the special use. So entertainment will include some karaoke evenings, comedy stand-up shows, trivia nights, and some private events like birthdays, weddings, and celebrations. Marcy did a great job explaining what's the difference between assembly and the tavern license. It will be, like I said, it will be our second location already, and we did a great job with the first one by combining dining and entertainment in such a unique way. So we don't have any safety concerns since we're already doing it in the other Chicago suburbs. And we're very experienced with such business. I've been doing it for I would say 5 years, and I know everything about it, and I don't really have any concerns, and I believe it would be a great addition to Wheeling community by bringing great European food and entertainment. Also, we anticipate a revenue of $250,000 a month, which will bring more tax revenue for the city and more life into that plaza because it's on the site and right by the forest preserve, and right now looking a little bit kind of abandoned. I know landlord working on the facade, renovation of the facade. If we open the restaurant there, so it's right on the Dundee Road, and it will bring the light on to that plaza and bring more businesses in as well. Yeah, and that's about it. Thank you.
Okay.
And,
Well, I'm
if
sure
you-
we have some questions.
Yeah, if you have any questions to me or my architect, Roxalana, she's also with me today. Thank you.
All right, let's start with Commissioner Riles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, good to see you.
Good evening.
I do have a question regarding the removal of the lighting outside. So help me understand, are you going to replace them with some sort of other lighting for your patrons to dine outside?
Pretty much, it's quite enough light, I would say. Also, unfortunately, I took that picture just a couple of days ago, and I didn't know where exactly to turn the light on, the one which is still over there. Maybe the bulb was out, but it's plenty of light as of right now. Also, yes, we will put on each table, we will put the small lamps, the lanterns or whatever you call it, and that should give plenty of light, because we also, unfortunately, you can't see on the picture, I do have it on my phone, there is also 3 big lights on the entrance, which is right behind me when I took that picture. It also gives more light. They were off, unfortunately. I also don't know how to turn them on. And the worst case scenario, if we really need even more light, you can see the big light post over there in the back. I can ask landlord to turn that on as well. It's right in the back.
Okay.
It's off. Yeah, if we really need it, I can ask the landlord and he will turn it on. So
Basically, you're just going to rely on the individual lamps that's on the tables for your lighting outdoors at night.
Yes and no. Even without those lamps, it's quite bright at night. Also, we're going to have, we still have 1 light pole, which gives enough light to navigate through the tables. And obviously, all patrons will have the lamp on the table for for dining. But it is a plenty of light, as you can see, coming from the restaurant, and it's also the lighting on the both sides of the entrances, on the farther down on the picture and right behind me where I am standing.
Okay, I'm kind of concerned about, if I'm out there dining, how is that going to, affect my dining pleasures and evening at your location if I'm relying on, secondary or substitute lighting, so to speak?
No, I completely understand your concern. That's why we have, I believe the total capacity is 210 people. You're more than welcome to choose any seating if it is not enough light outside. Also, we might have a table right by the restaurant over there on the left side. Right by the windows, and it is a plenty of light, so you shouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah, I know. And I think the snow with the picture, it makes it appear as if there's plenty of lighting there, right?
That's true.
So those are, that's a concern for me. I think maybe there's a better alternative, although I understand what you're saying, and maybe, we need to see a picture, a rendering of, how it may look in the summer with the lighting on the table, to get a better perspective. My other concern is, or question is, you said there's a ballroom area to the west of the restaurant from the regular dining area? A ballroom or
yes, a small dining room.
A small dining room.
Yeah.
And how many people will that hold, or how many tables do you plan to have in there?
Let me check on that.
Here.
Roxana will take a look. I believe it is about 38.
38?
Yeah, it's quite small.
Yeah, I know.
No, 10 tables.
10 tables.
Okay, that's interesting.
2 handicapped spots, and yes, that's why it's a little less. 10 tables by 4.
Okay.
38.
It's a tight squeeze, I think.
It's right by the code. As I said, my architect did that, and she calculated it, and it should fit just. It just represents here, but there is always not full restaurants. It's maybe twice a year for the Mother's Day and February 14th. That's about it. That's when we have a full restaurant and full capacity running. Other than that, we're not gonna be full. That's
Okay.
what I'm having on the other
Those are
location.
more than 10, sorry.
And-
Those are
and-
each table.
There's 50 in that drawing right there.
Yeah, I can't tell, are these each tables, or are those like 2 tables?
On which one? Which room? On the
I
small
don't know,
room?
like, are these 2 tables, or is this 1 table?
That's 2 tables.
2 tables.
Oh, so
and then
2
3.
different
So they're all-
couples?
2 separate tables, so you can rearrange
Oh,
it.
so there's more than 10.
So,
Maybe, yeah, I didn't
50?
calculate.
Okay. No.
Yeah, probably 20, probably. So it's double tables, just for two persons, and that's how we
Okay, yeah,
can
25 tables.
rearrange. Let's say we're gonna have a party of 10, so they will all sit together.
You're right.
Then we combine all of them together. So it does work out usually very good.
Okay. I know you have a wealth of experience, so my other question, you're planning on, you said 10 events throughout the year?
More than.
More than 10 events, so it can be weekly, whether it's karaoke or whether it's a comedian or entertainment or what have you.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And as far as security, is there any thoughts regarding how you're going to handle that?
Yes, definitely. It would be security certified guards on duty for the Friday and Saturday night. That's for sure, just to be on a safe side. But usually it's quite all right and shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, all right. No other questions, thank you.
Commissioner Smart.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for being here tonight. Just a couple of questions. The outdoor seating area, the hours for that will follow the hours of the restaurant, right? So through 4 a.m. or 2 a.m.?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. What about noise out there?
It is a very good question, and why I picked exactly this location, because right behind us is a forest preserve, and it is just a plaza, a commercial plaza, which usually all the businesses are closed after 5, 6 o'clock, after 6 p.m., and there is nobody around for the in residential areas. It shouldn't be any issues. Also, we're not planning to play any music outside, so the loudest things you can have on the patio is just people talking to each other while having a dinner.
We've made some conditions about that.
Right, is the patio on Dundee?
No.
Well,
Backs
yeah.
up to Dundee.
It's right
Backs
here.
up to Dundee?
Yeah, it's on Dundee.
I'm asking because of the apartments across the street.
Well, it's behind, see, it's behind these.
Right.
And then the parking lot is, let me back up. Oh, so here, so you have, there's the apartments,
Okay,
here's the parking lot, here's the bushes, and then it's behind there. But that's why we added, so here you can see it better. So here's the dining area. Can you see where my cursor is? Yeah, it's like shaky. It's a little white spot behind the grass.
Bushes.
Bushes.
okay.
So it's on Dundee, but it's behind the bushes, the parking lot, the road, and then there's landscaping along there. So, but we said, all the entertainment activity has to be inside, the noise levels. So we didn't think the outdoor dining, would be a problem.
Okay. And I have the same concerns that Commissioner Riles does about lights, those outdoor lights.
No, definitely. I completely understand the lights. I had that concern, but it should be enough. Not should be, I'm 100% sure it will be enough, just one light pole, the one which is standing, and the restaurant was operational with the broken lights before I took it over, and it shouldn't be an issue at all. On top of that, we're gonna have lamps. This is what I'm doing on the other location inside, not on the patio, but inside. I dim the lights as much as I can and put the individual lights, the lamps on the tables, just to make that romantic, ambient. We're playing the jazz on the main dining room, and that's how we, bring this ambience. If we're gonna have too much lights, I will just I can put them on, but I will turn it off, because it would be more than enough lights coming from the other sources. Trust me.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yeah, those are my questions exactly as well, so I don't have any other questions. You are going to be part of the updating of the shopping center with the...
Yes. I spoke with landlord, with Job, and he said he will start from our end, and hopefully he will do it super quickly so we can open right in time.
Okay. And Marcy, does our liquor license run till 4 o'clock on weekends?
They have to work that out, the specific liquor license they're going to get. I'm not sure.
Okay. that would be a concern. I think 4 o'clock's a little late, but whatever the rules are, those are the rules. I can live by that. That's all I have. Thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm just curious, why is it that you don't want to replace the lights?
Honestly, I was thinking because I wanted to replace the lights because they were there initially, but then it is so many questions from the architectural bureau regarding how it will be, also controller and everything. We decided to drop it because it takes so long to just replace the lights. We had to go back and forth with the approvals for that, just for this. It is energy consumption and everything. It was so much stuff going on, and we already, start making payments for the lease. We just wanted to speed up the process. I'm not trying to cut the corners. It's just unnecessary. I wanted to put the new lights because it's like $100 light, but I don't really see the purpose of that light over there. That's why I just decided to drop the idea of replacing the lights. I just don't really need them. I'm not going to use them.
You don't think it's a safety concern at all?
Not at all, sir. Like I said, I dimmed the lights almost completely off on the other restaurant, and my servers navigate perfectly, which I do the same thing when I help them out on Fridays and Saturdays. And it's plenty of light outside in general, from the plaza, from the outside lights from my place, and also the lamps. Trust me, it should be enough. It should be, I'm sure it is enough.
And what if the owner of the plaza or another business that you're relying on ambient light from decides to turn them off?
As you can saw on the picture, if Marcy could you bring it back? There is not much lights from the landlord. It's all of the lightning you can see. This is all coming from me. So all the lightning from the inside out. Also, there is the extra entrance back on the picture. It's also mine and with my light on it. And behind me, when I was taking this picture 2 days ago, it was also another 3 lights. Unfortunately, they're off at this moment, at this picture, because I didn't know how to turn them off. I didn't find out the breakers yet. Or maybe the light was out, the bulb light. But it will be enough. It will be more than enough light on the patio. Plus, you don't see the light pole, which still stands there. I just need to change the light bulb on it. So it will be also on.
Corner?
Yeah, the one Marcy.
Do you know, is the power sources for the broken lamps still working?
Yes, sir. There is the electrical box right on the patio, and I opened it. I was thinking maybe there is a switch over there. There was no switch, but the lights for the GFCI outlet was on. It was green. So yes, there is the electric and everything. There is no problems.
So what if there was a compromise and you could put one more lamp opposite of the one that's working?
I will consider that over the winter. We're not going to use the patio, as we mentioned already on the paperwork. We're not going to use it until spring. So we have plenty of time to figure out if we really need the light over there or not. If we during the winter, I will check. If we really need it, I will add it on and we will get it done. That's not going to be an issue.
That's fair. Thank you. That's all I have.
Commissioner Carl.
I don't have anything. I think it's a great idea, great location. I'm excited for the new facade, and I'm excited to see you guys come in, so thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Carl.
You've mentioned other location. Where is that?
It's in Elmwood Park.
Elmwood Park? And what's it called?
Blue Fire. We ignite the, yeah, I forgot. We ignite the flavor. This is our motto. Blue Fire, we ignite the flavor. Here there's different name we decided to go so people don't confuse.
Okay. Yeah, I would kind of like to see at least one more light fixture out there, if you can find one that matches that one. But you can wait until spring and determine that. So I guess, Marcy, let's go through the conditions on 25-0015.
Number 1, special use approval is contingent upon approval of document number PSU 25-0026 for operation of an assembly hall banquet facility. Number 2, the hours of operation shall be established by the liquor license obtained from the village's Liquor Control Commission. Number 3, all entertainment activities, including but not limited to music, performances, karaoke, trivia, comedy, or similar events shall be conducted entirely inside the tenant space. Number 4, no entertainment activities of any kind shall be permitted outdoors unless separately approved by the village through a revised special use approval. Number 5, amplified sound shall be maintained at a level that does not create a nuisance to adjacent tenants or exceeds thresholds established in Chapter 8.24 of the Village Code. And number 6, exterior doors shall remain closed during entertainment events except for normal ingress and egress to prevent noise spillover.
Okay, so basically the patio can only be used for the restaurant operation.
That's correct.
Or something we haven't brought up in quite a few dockets, smoking area.
Once again?
Do you have a smoking area determined?
No. Do we need one? I don't smoke, so I kinda
Yeah, but some of your clients will.
Do
I'm
smoke,
sure.
okay.
Yeah, especially with an outdoor patio. So,
Well, I think it can't be within the dining area, so I think it would probably have to be towards the street side of the building if you're gonna have like an ashtray or something.
yeah.
So,
So-
whatever it is, whatever code is,
Plan on something like that for the spring too.
sure. I will.
Okay, so conditions on 250026.
sorry, I thought we were voting. Okay. Number 1, special use approval is contingent upon approval of docket number PSU 25-0015 for operation of an entertainment establishment. Number 2, the hours of operation shall be established by the liquor license obtained from the village's Liquor Control Commission. Number 3, all events, gatherings, and activities shall be conducted entirely inside the tenant space. Number 3, I just said that. Number 4, a minimum of 1 employee shall be present at all times during events. That was probably supposed to be on the other one. But number 5, outdoor storage of equipment, food, service materials, or refuse is prohibited.
Okay, so let's vote on the,
Well, now that we've read those, I think we need to read the last one because the last one refers to the lighting, which you guys have said now can be delayed, which is not what
Okay.
staff was requiring.
all right, go
So,
ahead.
No, so for the site plan approval, the first condition, minor site plan and appearance approval is contingent upon approval of docket number PSU 25-0015 for the operation of an entertainment establishment and docket number PSU 25-0026 for the operation of an assembly hall banquet facility. Number 2, all outdoor furniture shall be commercial grade, weather resistant, and appropriate for year-round outdoor conditions. Number 3, a building permit must be obtained from the Community Development Department prior to commencing installation of the light poles. And number 4, a wheeling sign permit shall be required prior to the installation of any exterior signage at the subject property, subject to the requirements of Title 21 signs. So what would happen is when he goes to get his business license or finish out his building permit, we would see this condition and say, okay, well, you have to put the light poles in. So if you guys are saying he doesn't need to do that now, then you need to change this condition.
Commissioner Carl, what do you think?
I would vote to change that condition, yes.
Commissioner Sprague?
Change.
Commissioner Heiken?
Change.
Commissioner Smart?
If we change, are the broken light poles coming out? Or are we gonna leave them
You
broken?
guys have to come up with what you're changing it to.
My understanding is they're broken now. Are we gonna leave that?
I'm sure the petitioner doesn't want to leave the broken ones out there.
Definitely not. We will remove the broken one and make it look good. Obviously, this is in our,
So we've got 1 light pole left out there.
Yes.
one light bulb.
We're gonna require 1 light pole. right? Am I correct?
We're assuming they're leaving that one up, but
Can require one more if we wanted to, right?
well, we're just talking about the one that's still there.
Yeah.
Yes, we could require one more.
So you guys need to vote on what you want to.
Well, I thought we discussed two, one on either end. The one where the current one and then the
On
broken one.
both ways, so.
So what we could propose is two additional conditions. One, the broken light post shall be removed prior to the start of business operations. And number two, a second light post shall be installed opposite the existing light by X date.
For a total of 2 light posts.
May I ask you, regarding the second light pole, I completely understand your concern, and in general, I would agree, why not to put the light pole? This is just $100, it's not a big deal. My problem is that I'm trying to get the permit to start doing
And I'm saying not, you don't have to do this until next summer.
Oh, okay.
That's what the date will be, like
Because
later.
I was worried I'm not
in the
gonna
future.
get the business.
You don't have to go move the snow to do it, no.
Yeah, so I'm saying this condition is a second light post should be installed opposite of the existing pole by June 1st for a total of two light posts. And then on June 1st, I'll go and look and be like, oh, well, you'll need to get a permit before
Yeah,
then. So
anyway.
I'll talk to you before then, be like, hey, get your permit, and we'll start that in January, and then you'll have it by,
Yeah, hopefully,
Yeah.
right?
no. So, I mean, you already have the spec and stuff, so then you won't have to worry about that. So we'll change that condition. So that site plan will be those 4 conditions, and then I'll add these 2. So number 1, the broken light post shall be removed prior to the start of business operations. And number 2, a second light post shall be installed opposite of the existing post by June 1st, 2026, for a total of 2 light posts.
Okay, everybody good with that?
Yep.
Thank you. All right. So, let's have a motion on the first special use, 250015.
So moved.
Second.
Carl and Sprague.
Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Close that now, or?
No, we'll close them both together. Motion on PSU 25-0026, the Assembly Hall.
So moved.
Second.
Smart,
Martin
Heiken. Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Okay, now we'll close those 2 public hearings. Motion to close both PSU 250015 and PSU 250026.
So moved.
Second.
Mike and Riles.
Heiken and Riles. Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. And then finally, we have the site plan, PSP MIN 25-0031. Motion.
So moved.
Oh, second.
This
Carl.
is with the 2 new conditions,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Carl and Sprague.
Yes.
Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll come back on December 15th for the village board meeting, and I'll send you an email tomorrow morning with a summary of everything.
Awesome, thank you so
Okay?
much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you. Can't
Thank
wait
you.
to become part of the wheeling. Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Next, we have approval of minutes from the November 19th meeting and findings of facts for a whole slew of them. PSU 250021.
Ma'am,
Wait,
you left a scarf. You're welcome.
PSU 250023, PSU 250009, PSU 250010, PSU 250011, PSU 250012, and PSU 250013. Motion to approve those minutes and findings.
So moved.
Second.
Riles.
Hyken, Riles. Commissioner Hyken.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes?
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. So,
I've ruined the whole system.
what? Marcy's hungry. Other business, she included in our agenda the draft schedule for next year. Commissioner Smart's already picked a couple of vacation days. So if there, looking forward, if there's any days you know you're not going to be here, let us know in advance. Not necessarily 4 months in advance, but
So, yeah, we don't have to
I will
vote on this.
let you know as it
It's
gets closer.
just for information.
must be a good trip you got planned for that far in advance.
Two.
Two.
You. Any other business, Marcy?
No.
Anybody here with other
I got
business? Mr. Sprague?
I have one item.
Yes.
I'd like to recognize Commissioner Smart with her 2-year anniversary.
It's been 2 years. Well, thank you. It doesn't seem like two.
Time
It seems-
flies.
Seems like one.
Seems like 20, right?
No, thank you. This has been a wonderful group to work with, and as you know, sometimes I can be a lot, so thank you for coaching me up. It's been fun.
Any other business down at that end? Nope.
Yep.
All right. Then I would like a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Smart and Carl.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.